Come in.
Hold on 1 second, I'm logging in there. Hold on. Have a seat right here. Where your sheet at? You're supposed to bring with you.
I was. They ain't tell me to bring the sheet.
Okay, well, come on. It's too late now.
You talking about the two sheet?
That sheet that you got yesterday. You're supposed to bring it.
They just told me that's a copy to keep. I got that sheet already from before. I don't know what. They sent me the sheet again.
Still waiting on Cousin Macy. He getting dressed.
Hello? I got East, what's your name, man?
Donovan Gordon.
Donovan Gordon in here right now.
He's still getting dressed.
Man, I called for 8:30 for this.
That's fine. About maybe 4 minutes ago.
Can we get Kevin East in
Okay,
first?
we got one of them.
Sir, can we get Kevin East first? Can we get Kevin East first?
Oh, let me get him. Kenneth East, they need him first. Kenneth East.
All right.
So you want me to move out the chair?
Be all over back here. All right.
Come on, man, come in here. Wait right here real quick. I'm getting him up, I'm sorry. Good morning. Today is March 18th, 2026. Time is 8:55. Calling the Parole Board to order. My name is Pete Freeman. I will be the acting chair. To my left is Mr. Tillers. To my right is Mr. Barra. With staff at headquarters, identify yourself.
Carla Williams. Sherelle February.
Okay, our first case will be at West Baton Rouge Parish Prison. We're just waiting a moment on the prison. Right here, right. All right, good morning, Mr. East. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm gonna be the chairman today. To my left is Mr. Tillers, to my right is Mr. Barra. Is there anybody in there with you?
No, sir, and I don't feel like it's fair to me because they scheduled this, and gave me the date and everything. And then it was postponed for some reason, and I wasn't notified. I wasn't given a new date.
Okay, so you're not ready for your hearing today, is what you're telling me?
Well, there's no way I could be ready, sir.
Okay, well, you got charges still pending. When you go back to court?
May 18th.
Okay, well, your charges are real serious, so I think we need to continue this anyway. I'll make a motion to continue. Do I have a second? Okay, we can continue your hearing to after you go to court. That way we'll have everything and we can go from there, okay?
All right.
All right. Today your hearing has been continued. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well,
What happened was,
I gotta get my book down there.
They gotta get it on, he ain't gonna be long.
Oh, okay, that's good, that's cool. He's already on? Okay. We'll wait.
I didn't. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I ain't did nothing. Man, I've been good. Doing the right thing. You're supposed to. Hear me? No, that's it. Almost here.
Give him a second, David. It's on with him.
All right.
Hey, you got that one out, you run. I put him in there. Okay.
Hello, mother.
Can you hear me?
Okay, the parole board's called back to order. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair. To my left is Mr. Tillis. To my right is Mr. Byra. We're here for a revocation hearing on Donovan T. Gordon. Mr. Gordon, please state your name and DOC number for the record. You muted. Unmute.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we got you now. Tell me your name and your DOC number.
Donovan Gordon, 738351, 10/31/1996.
Okay. And what was your DOC number?
738351.
That's it. That's it. Okay, Mr. Gordon, did you get a parole revocation questionnaire?
The sheet they had gave me, the little
Yeah.
paper. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right with you? Do you have it with you?
No, it's in the
Okay, we're
dorm.
gonna put it up
They
on
didn't
the
tell me.
screen. Tell me if that's your signature.
Yes, sir.
Getting
Yes,
ready
sir.
to put it up for you.
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel. If you wanted counsel today, you'd had to retain your own.
All
So
right.
do you wish to proceed today without counsel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been assigned to Mr. Barra. Mr. Barra.
Right, Mr. Gordon, it's alleged that you violated the conditions of your parole in the following manner. Number two, your subject failed to submit monthly reports to the Baton Rouge District Office since his previous parole warrant was recalled on 12/30/24. The subject failed to have contact with the office since 12/19/24. As a result, a new warrant issued for your arrest on 7/3/25 due to your whereabouts being unknown. How do you plead to that violation?
Guilty. Because I did leave out the state of Louisiana, but I was homeless. I ain't had nowhere to go. All my family live out of state. I know I made a careless mistake, but it was at the heat of the moment. I ain't had nowhere to stay. And I moved out there with my older sister.
Right. I'm gonna pretty much go through all the violations and we'll come back and let you make a statement about the
Oh,
one.
yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. You also say you violated condition number 3. Subject failed to provide a valid address where he could be supervised, and the subject absconded supervision by leaving the state of Louisiana without a travel permit, as evidenced by his arrest in Huntington Beach, California. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
Okay, and you have the option to say guilty with a statement, which means we'll come back to it and let you make your statement. So I'm gonna put it down as guilty with a statement.
Yes, sir.
Number 8, as a result of your substance abuse examination, you were ordered by both the consular and his officer to report to Baton Rouge District Office every day, Monday through Friday, following the 12/18/24 to be screened in lieu of treatment until he was told not to report each day. The subject reported to Baton Rouge on 12/19 and on 12/23 and did not appear again, making his whereabouts unknown. How do you plead to that one? You went over there twice and didn't go back?
He told me that I didn't have to go no more after I passed them couple drug tests. He the one who told me not to come back. He said he was gonna call me when I need to come.
Okay, so you say you're not guilty to that one?
No, sir, not at all with that one.
All right. Number 9, that you failed to provide a valid address where you could be supervised, resulting in a warrant for your arrest on July 3rd, 2025. How do you plead to that one?
Like I did give him my address, so what would that be? Like,
Right.
cause he had an address, but after that, me and the chick I was staying with wasn't staying together no more. But I did give him my address because he came there.
Yeah, well, the key word in the sentence is a valid address. You gave him an address, but it wasn't a good address because you wasn't staying there. So,
I guess he's guilty then.
all right. Number 10, that you currently $945 behind on your parole fees. How you plead to that one?
Guilty with a statement.
All right. That's all the list of the violations of what the officer alleged you have committed. And now we'll give you the chance to make your statements about them. So on number 2, you already kind of told us you were homeless and went out of state. That's why that one. Number 3, go ahead and take it up with that one. That one is the one about you absconded supervision and ended up in California.
Yes, sir. Cause like the chick like I said, was staying with me and her went together, and I was kicked out homeless with nowhere to go. All my family stayed out of state, and my sister got me a plane ticket to come out there. It was just really in the heat of the moment, and to get my life together, to be honest. Like when I got out there to California, I started getting my life together. And I was gonna come back in and get in contact with the parole officer and handle what I needed to handle. I had got a job and everything. I've been home a whole year down here and couldn't get a job. As soon as I left from down here and got to California, I got a job and started doing good. And then I got pulled over by in the process of buying a car, and that's how the one and all this came about.
Why didn't you call the parole officer and try to get your case transferred over there? Even contact him at all?
I really didn't. I ain't got no phone. I didn't have a phone. Like I said, like I was homeless, so I ain't had no phone. My sister did, and that's how I got the plane ticket to get out there. But I was about to get myself together. I was getting myself together. I had got a job and everything. But
Sister didn't have a phone, or your work employer didn't have a phone?
like my sister did have a phone. She did. But like I said, I was really trying to focus on getting myself together and about to handle that. Like I know I made a careless mistake, and that's on me. I've been in jail 7 months thinking about how I could have the things I could have did to even much. So it wouldn't have to be this right here.
All right. Condition number 9, you pled guilty to that one, stating that this one said you failed to provide a valid address where you could be seen. And you told us that you provided the address of your girlfriend, but you weren't able to stay there because you had a problem.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
And then condition number 10, you pled guilty to not paying your parole fees. And
Yes, sir. Because I didn't have a job. Like
yeah, no job, no money. Got
like
it.
no income, and I felt myself. I was gonna come back to jail doing the wrong thing. So that's another reason why I really left from down here because if you
Right.
check my track record, like that was the longest I ever stayed free without getting in trouble because I had really the last time I went to jail was I got myself together and I was really not trying to do anything to end up in this situation right here. And the whole time I've been in jail, I've been thinking about what could I have done better so it wouldn't have to be this.
And what did you come up with? What did you find as those answers?
Like I should have still got in contact with the people like I was supposed to.
That's about, yeah, that's the
And
biggest mistake you got.
that would have alleviated all this right now that I'm going through.
We wouldn't be here right now.
So your problem is you need a job and you need a place to stay.
And then once I got out there, I got a job and a place to stay. I was doing good. Like I had was in the process of
Gotta
buying
do
a
it
car.
right.
And I got pulled over, test driving the car.
Gotcha. Okay, all right, you want to hear from his mother, Mr. Barrow?
Yeah, let's hear from you.
All right, Ms. Darcy, what do you have to say for your son?
Okay, he's not lying about he was trying to get himself together. See, his sister was in California. I was in South Dakota working on a contract. I do travel nursing. Right now, I'm back in Louisiana. Actually, I'm in a orientation right now, working for the in Jackson at the Veterans Home. So he can come stay with me. He can come back and live with me. I had up and left and took a contract in South Dakota when I told him I have now this another thing with his probation officer, because I was even trying to call this man when Donovan was traveling. This man does not answer the phone. His voicemail stays full. I even tried to call the supervisor on him. Nothing happens with his communication is very bad. The probation officer communication is very, very bad because I have called several times, even when Donovan didn't have a phone. I've called several times. I even tried to let the man know that he was out of state because I did tell Donovan to, do it, let them know he had to go out, he was out of state so that it wouldn't come back and backfire on him. Now, at one point, his godmother had told me that she was going to help try to pay on his probation fees, but I see that didn't happen. So now I'm gonna have to try to help him catch up his probation fees. But I was under the impression because his godmother helps him a lot too. But I found out she got down sick with cancer or whatever. So that's probably why she wasn't helping out with that, which is not her responsibility or mine. But I knew he didn't have a job. You know, he has not been getting in trouble. He has stayed out of trouble, and he did get the job. But the same day that he test drive the car, he got arrested because they ran his name, and when they ran his name, they found out about the warrant. Otherwise, he would have had a job and everything. Still to this day, right now, when he left, and that's what I told him. The last time he had got a transfer to Tampa, Florida, I think it was some years ago when he went to jail. And I said, you're gonna have to do whatever you did when you went to Tampa, Florida. But it's like when he left immediately without thinking. And I still was trying to talk to the PO. I tried to call. I have called this man so many times. Till right now, since I've been back out here, I've called this man and I still have yet to get a response from him,
Right,
and he
right.
has not called.
It's not your responsibility, it's his responsibility.
I know,
But
I know.
they should contact you too, but, okay, we thank you for your comments.
You're welcome.
All right. Anybody else has questions?
Yeah, okay, Mr. Gordon, what do you plan to do if you're released?
My plans is stay in contact until my parole, my full term day, and then when I finish parole, well, I got a job waiting on me when I get out there down here. My friend, his dad laid concrete and stuff, so he told me he'll help me get a job with his dad laying concrete. But my plans is to stay down here until I finish my parole and leave from down here because nothing's down here for me. Like every time I leave out of state, I prolong and do good with my life until I come back down here, and then it be it's the crowd that's down here, the crowd that they be having me go
Okay.
back to the old me, but I that's not me anymore. I'll be 30 this year. Like it's time for a change.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay, I have no questions. Mr. Byra, you ready to vote?
Ready to vote.
Okay, Mr. Byra?
All right, looks like you got a problem with reporting to the parole officer and just being responsible with your case, but I'm not gonna revoke you today. I'm gonna give you another chance, which the parole officer already gave you one, and I'm gonna vote to give you another one. You need to take advantage of this one, and what it's gonna be is, I'm gonna, in lieu of revocation, place you in work release, where you're gonna go to work release, make you some money, get yourself set up. When you get out, you can go to the parole officer and you can apply for your interstate compact transfer. You're gonna have the money in your account to pay for it and do it right. And then you can go to wherever you wanna try to go and end up, but you gotta do it right and get your transfer done before you leave. You can't just say, I left a message on the answering machine and I never went back, but they should have done something. That ain't how it works. There's a lot of paperwork involved with interstate compact. So if you want to go out of state, you got to make sure that you do it right.
Mr. Tiller?
I concur with Mr. Byra.
Okay, I also concur, but get your interstate compact started while you are in the work release program. They can start it for you while you're there. That way it could be approved prior to your release date. Now, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. Wait, I'm gonna tell you one thing right now. You got problems. I mean, you running around going to the mall. You wasn't doing what you were supposed to do before. You was on drugs and all of this. So this is your last chance. So you better take advantage of this one. Okay, go ahead. What you want to ask me?
I was about to ask because all right, my full term date on parole is when I get off of parole is like sometime in April. Some like in the beginning.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You got one full term date in April, and you also got a full term. What was it, Danny? Mr. Gordon. Your full term date is 5/6/29.
Wow.
You're on two different things. One of your cases closing on 4/8/26. But you got another case that goes to 5/6/29.
Okay, I got a question. What is that case? I don't know
I
that.
don't have no idea. You have to get with other people. I don't know what it is, but you were charged with a ton of offenses, so I'm sure some of the offenses carry more time than the other ones. So, but that's what we got for your full-term date. Good luck to you. We're signing out at 9:19.
I'm done.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll call you.
Hello? You hear me?
I'm gonna call you when I get in there.
Okay, good morning. My name is Pete Freeman. I will be the acting chair today. Along with me today is Mr. Tillis to my left, Mr. Byrod to my right. We're here now for a revocation hearing on Jeremiah Alexander. Mr. Alexander, please state your name and DOC number for the record.
Jeremiah Alexander, 727575.
Okay, Mr. Alexander, you have your parole questionnaire with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel? If you wanted counsel, you would have had to hire it yourself.
Yes, sir.
You want to proceed with the hearing today without counsel?
I
I
do
see
have,
you have counsel. You have the public defender, so
yes, sir.
you actually don't need it. Okay, would Ms. Matthew, would you introduce yourself for the record, please?
Good morning. My name is Shannon Matthew. I have the honor and privilege to represent Mr. Alexander, who is present. And
Okay.
along with me is Mr. Lars. He
Right.
is a social worker who works with Mr. Alexander as well.
Okay, that's great. So we will get to y'all at the proper time. Anytime you want to interrupt to advise your client of something, feel free to do so.
Thank you so much.
Okay, your case was assigned to Mr. Tillis. So Mr. Tillis.
Good morning, Mr. Alexander. How are you today?
Good.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay. You can talk to me.
We have some violations that you violated. I ask you, these violations, you can answer guilty, not guilty, or with a statement. Violation number 3, the subject failed to provide his officer with an updated address of record. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
With a statement,
You didn't provide your officer with an updated address. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
not guilty.
With a statement?
Yes, sir.
What happened? Tell us about it.
When I got out of prison after doing 6 years, and it was overwhelming, and psychologically it was overwhelming, and I had a drug problem, which I'm trying to address by going to rehab from here.
Okay. Violation number 4. The subject was engaged in criminal activities as evident by his arrest on 9/20/25 by the New Orleans Police Department for the charges of simple robbery, simple battery, and second-degree battery. On 11/19/2025, the charges were refused by the Orleans Parish District Attorney. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
Not guilty with a statement.
What happened? Tell us about it.
Yes, in essence, I was attacked. I was walking down the street, and there was somebody I was familiar with. And something had happened to them. They said that somebody took their stuff, or they was asleep, that I didn't know nothing about, and they blamed me for it. Even though I didn't have nothing to do with it, and they attacked me. So I defended myself, and after defending myself, they fell, hit their head, and they got back up, and they attacked me again. And I proceeded to defend myself, because the person was bigger than me. It was like 6'2", and he weighed more than me. So after I defended myself the second time, they were yelling off the ground that, "You going to jail? Oh, you going to jail?" I didn't know that they was going to try to press charges on me or lie on me, saying that I took anything from them. I had no idea how they was planning on me going to jail. So I left and the police approached me and I told them what happened. And that's how I ended up here.
Thank you. Number 6, the subject failed to provide proof of employment to his officer. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay, you want to tell us about that?
Yes, sir. As I said before, after being released out of prison for years, I was overwhelmed and I was dealing with psychosis and psychological issues as well as drug abuse, and I needed treatment. Now I'm looking to address those problems and get treatment after my release from here.
Okay, thank you. Number 10, you failed to make payments toward your payroll supervision. Currently $315 in the arrear, $315. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Or with a statement?
Not guilty with a statement.
Why are you behind?
Because I needed some type of treatment out there. I was basically on my own and I needed to have drug rehabilitation and mental health assistance. And I was dealing with those things without much help. But now I'm looking to address those issues straightforward after being released from here by going to a rehabilitation center, getting the help that I need.
All right, I would like to hear from Mr. Brian.
Yes, sir. Good morning. My name is Brian Lawrence. I'm a social worker with the Orleans Public Defender's Office. Yes, I'm here to support Jeremiah. He's had a very difficult life. As you just heard, he has a long history of substance use and some mental health issues, and also homelessness. And he's been forced to kind of like deal with those things without a family system or support system. I've been working with Mr. Alexander for some time, for over the past 6 months. As you can see in his packet, he has completed several classes to try to better himself. But after doing an assessment on Mr. Alexander, I identified some key things. He's been homeless. He don't have anywhere to go. So in the release plan, I made a referral to the Grove Recovery Center, and they've been very positive in the past with clients with similar situations as Mr. Alexander. He'll get a chance to address his substance use, and also he'll transition to an intensive outpatient program for up to a year, which will give him a chance to address his homelessness. The Grove also would do their own assessment on Mr. Alexander to address any underlying mental health issues, so he can maintain a baseline level of functioning and medication compliance. So it's our hopes that the board agreed to let Mr. Alexander and Orleans Public Defender's Office assist him with employing this plan. We feel like this will give him the best option to successfully recover. Thank you.
What's the name of your organization?
I work for the Orleans Public Defender's Office. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Grove. It's inpatient there. They're gonna provide housing.
Oh yes, definitely. and that was key when I done the assessment. You know, he has a long history of homelessness, and the Grove will address a housing situation because he can stay in an intensive outpatient program for up to a year, and they'll assist him with, you know, eventually securing safe housing, a permanent housing.
So if we recommend him to go over there for a year and his expiration date happens before that time, they'll still keep him?
If it's extra, or they're going to keep him for up to a year, for sure. And also the Grove will pick him up from, or he won't be just released from OJC.
Picked up from the
Grove,
jail.
they're going to pick him up from OJC, transport him to Ascension Parish, where he can, you know, start participating in his recovery.
I see he previously had a chance with First 72. Do you know what the problem was with him at First 72?
I don't exactly know what happened at the first 72, but I do know that I've gotten positive results with the Grove and I do know his major problem is housing. And I wanted to make sure that I addressed that. That's why I made that referral to the Grove, because they'll cover that. They'll cover the substance use, they'll cover the housing, and also any underlying issues with his mental health.
And he has a bed waiting on him if we would let him out?
Absolutely. As you can see in that packet that Ms. Matthews sent you, it's confirmation from the Grove that they'll be accepting him. They're just waiting for me to give them the call and come and pick him up.
Thank you so much. We'd like to hear from his attorney now.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for the opportunity to let me speak and advocate for Mr. Alexander. I have a letter that was sent to me yesterday, and I think will provide a better insight to how Mr. Alexander will present at the Grove and with treatment. It says to the New Orleans District Probation and Parole Board, support for parole, Jeremiah D. Alexander. Dear members of the Parole Board, my name is Melanie Z, and I'm a recreation therapist at the Orleans Justice Center, where I provide therapeutic recreation programming designed to promote rehabilitation, decrease violence, violent tendencies, manage stress, and improve overall well-being. I am writing to provide professional insight regarding Jeremiah D. Alexander, whom I have worked with in therapy programming for approximately 4 months. Mr. Alexander has participated in structured recreation therapy activities, including team building games, communication, skill-based games, meditation, and mindfulness activities, emotion regulation through card games like Uno, and self-expression and self-confidence through card games like Moose Master. During this time, he has demonstrated consistent attendance and participation, improved concentration, improved critical thinking skills, and improvement in utilizing coping skills when appropriate negative emotions arose. During his time, I've observed the following behaviors: demonstrated appropriate emotion regulation through usage of coping skills when faced with setbacks during card games and board games, attended and participated in groups, provided with a positive attitude no matter what negative circumstances were affecting him, showed improvement in cognitive flexibility and critical thinking skills during structured group activities, demonstrated respectful interactions with peers and staff, and accountability and responsibility within group settings. Participation supports the development of pro-social skills, stress management, and constructive habits. Based on my professional interactions, Jeremiah Alexander has demonstrated behaviors consistent with someone who is actively working towards personal improvement and rehabilitation. His level of engagement in groups also demonstrates someone who is actively developing positive coping strategies and positive social skills. While I do not determine parole eligibility, I can attest that Jeremiah Alexander has participated in groups with a perspective to change and create positive changes for himself if he is determined to be released. He will receive a packet with appropriate recreation and leisure activities he can do in the community and surround him with better people with better intentions. I can fully attest his willingness to better himself and use positive coping skills to stop him from reoffending again in the future. Sincerely, Melanie Zena, CTRS, recreation therapist at the Orleans Justice Center. And I can provide this letter to the board in supplement, but that letter, and I can attest to Mr. Alexander since the moment I met him, is that he was wanting and desired a change for himself. He did not want to just sit idly and let life pass him by. He himself was saying persistently and consistently, I want to do every program that's available to me. I want to be better for my mental health, for my substance use addiction. I know the struggles that I'm facing and I want to be better. And you can see in his letter that he wrote to the board as well. That's a letter that he had written, I think within a month of being incarcerated and before the district attorney's office refused these charges. He had a better insight than a lot of people I've seen and worked with. And it's honestly very inspiring that he continues, even while incarcerated, to participate in every programming available. And so with that, I think he is a great candidate to go to the Grove as a condition of his parole.
Thank you. Thank you so
very
much.
Okay, is panel ready to vote?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna vote first on this one. Mr. Alexander, I think they got a good plan set up for you. I also think that, you know, you're at a crossroads. If you don't take advantage of this plan, I see you ended up in prison for life. I mean, you're a fifth felony offender. So this is probably gonna be your last great chance. So try to take advantage of it, okay? So my vote today is to do not revoke, and add the special condition that you release to the plan set up by Mr. Brian Laws, which includes inpatient treatment, which you are not to leave for any reason. If you leave the inpatient treatment, we will rearrest you, okay? And that's gonna be the plan. That's my vote. You have a low tiger also, so that also aided into the vote. Okay, Mr. Tillett
I concur with Mr. Freeman.
and Mr. Bauer.
I concur with Mr. Freeman, same reasons.
Okay, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
We are signing off at Orleans at 9:46. Okay, good morning. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm calling the parole board back to order. I'll be the acting chair along with Mr. Tillis to my left, Mr. Byron right. We're here today for the revocation hearing of Eric Strawder. Mr. Strawder, please state your name and DOC number for the record.
Eric Strawder, 378343.
Okay. Mr. Strawder, do you have a parole questionnaire with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel? If you wanted counsel, you'd have had to hire an attorney?
I can't afford an attorney. I'm indigent.
Okay, but you're not eligible, so do you want to proceed today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna proceed with your hearing. Also in attendance, we have Mr. Brandon Roy, the probation pro agent, and I will get him to speak at the proper time. Okay, I've been assigned your case, so I'm gonna read the violations, and you to plead guilty or not guilty with or without a statement, okay?
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll go over them as we read them. I will go over them, and then at the end we will let the probation officer speak. So, it's alleged you violated condition number 3. I will live at the address on my certificate. It must move. If I must move from the address, I will get permission of my parole officer before doing so. In addition, you will also not leave the state of Louisiana. How do you plead to that charge? Focus on the camera.
Can you say it again, sir? I didn't hear anything with you.
All right. It says that you moved from your address that was on your certificate without permission. And you did not live where you said you were supposed to live.
Okay,
How do you plead?
I plead not guilty, sir, with a statement.
Okay, what's your statement?
Sir, I was put out of the place of residence because I did not have a job. I did not have an ID when I left prison. I couldn't afford to pay rent, so I was put out of the place for that and another small matter that they said that I did, but wasn't actually true. But the main reason was I got put out because I couldn't pay any rent there.
Right, and I know you did report this to your officer.
Yes, sir, I did report it to him.
Yeah, but they were having a hard time finding you once you became home. Okay, let's go on to condition number 4. I will not engage in any criminal activity, nor will I associate with people who are known to be involved in criminal activity. I will avoid bars and casinos. I will refrain from illegal use of drugs or alcohol. On or about 8/18/25, tested positive for cocaine, 10/13/25, synthetic cannabinoids, 11/4/25, synthetic cannabinoids, and on 11/24/25, synthetic cannabinoids and cocaine. You failed to refrain from the illegal use of drugs by admitting to using the above mentioned illegal drugs. You were referred to substance abuse on or about 11/13/25. We received confirmation from Imperial CALCASIEU Health that you attended a substance abuse evaluation. How do you plead to that charge?
Sir, I plead guilty as far as using drugs, but with a statement, sir.
Okay, tell me.
Sir?
Go ahead with your statement.
My statement is this. I will be honest. July the 22nd, my mother passed away. I got out of prison July the 10th. I'll be the first to admit, I was a depressed young man. Also, sir, I had no identification card to obtain a job. I tried with all my might. I even notified Mr. Brandon Roy that I needed an ID. I even notified his supervisor over probation and parole that I needed an ID. I tried to help them. I even told them about the homeless situation, and I asked them to get me into some type of program. My parole officer and the supervisor over probation and parole told me that there was no place that they had for me, that they couldn't do anything for me, and it's not up to them to help me get my ID or to find housing for me. That came from them. I admitted myself into Bunky's Hospital but they only kept me for 7 days because I had no insurance. Only after I seeked help for myself, by admitting myself to the hospital, did probation and parole attempt to get me some help with impaired CALCASIEU. Beforehand, they would not do that. After I admitted myself into the hospital, I was told upon being released from the hospital to report to probation and parole that Monday. Then they set up appointments for me at impaired CALCASIEU, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna let Mr. Roy comment on that at the end. I will submit myself to available medical, mental health, and substance abuse exams, treatment, or both in order to do so by the parole officer. Also, I will submit to drug and alcohol screens at my own offense. You fail to provide your supervising agent with confirmation that you have been enrolled in or have attended sex offender treatment for the months of October 25 and November 25. You were given a referral and reminded to locate a sex offender treatment provider on or about 10/13/25, 10/20/25, 10/28, 11/12, and 11/17/25. How do you plead to that charge?
I'd have to plead not guilty, sir, with a statement. I was attending sex offender classes. I was enrolled in the sex offender classes. I was told that I had to quit those classes and attend the classes that they wanted me to attend to. I don't know why they stopped those classes or whatever the situation was, but the man was giving us time to, to come up with the funds in the classes that we were attending, and it was working out fine until they decided to switch me out and tell me I couldn't attend those classes no more. By then, like I said, I had no ID. I couldn't obtain a job to pay for these classes or sex offender classes. And the classes that the people that they wanted me to attend the classes with, they wanted money. And that's not something I could have come up with without a job, sir. I had no ID to obtain any of these things that they were requiring.
Okay. And then the last one is that you didn't pay your supervision fees. You were $189 in arrears. How do you plead to that charge?
Plead not guilty, sir. Once again, no ID, couldn't obtain a job, sir.
Oh, wait. You didn't pay. So did you pay the money?
No, sir. I said I'm not guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty. I couldn't pay for it, sir. I had no money.
And that, I understand, but you didn't.
I had no ID.
Did you skip 6?
Yes, I did. Okay. And number 6 is that you were supposed to tell him if you had a job or not. And since being released on incarceration, you failed to provide proof of employment. Have you had any jobs since you got out?
Only working for cash, and that was barely to feed myself, dealing with the situation that I was going through. I had to provide for my food and clothing, and it wasn't enough to, the employment I was getting was like here and there. And then the jobs that I was getting, I reported to Mr. Brandon Roy. One was close by his parole officer, around the corner from his parole officer. He told me I couldn't work there, and they was paying $100 a day so I had to quit that job.
Now wait, explain that to me again. Why you had to quit the job? Because
he said it was close to a park or something, or some apartments. It was work on some apartments. They were building some new apartments. It was paying $100 a day.
I got it now.
So you are able to work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to hear from the parole officer now. Mr. Roy, you heard his comments. So give us P&P side of the story.
Yes, sir. So as far as the living situation, I'd went to the place that he was supposed to be staying at multiple times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over a couple week period, varying from different times during the day. He was actually registering homeless on the corner of 2 streets in some woods. Went there multiple times, wasn't able to get in contact with him at all. Eventually, as far as the drug use goes, he had tested positive and or admitted to using these drugs on those dates that were listed on the paperwork. Yeah, he did complete that substance abuse evaluation eventually, and that was turned over to us to show that he did complete it. As far as the treatment side of it, though, whenever he went to Bunkie, we were never notified that he was going over there. It was never notified to us until the facility contacted us. He never notified us that he was actually going over there. Um, in regards to the sex offender treatment, so he was attending treatment with TCI out of Sulphur. Um, Myself and Supervisor LeBlanc contacted Mr. Terry multiple times to have himself added to the Act 848 website to show as an approved provider. He chose at some point not to do that, so we had to refer him to a different provider. So we gave him a copy of the providers that were available for him to use through the Act 848 website. Um, to locate a new provider to start attending those treatment classes, which he failed to do in October of 25 and November of 25. And then the last thing that I did have, as far as the job situation that he was discussing, he did inquire about going work at the apartment complex, but like he had mentioned, we had to deny that because of his sex offender requirements and unlawful presence. He wasn't able to work there because of a park that was near within that 1,000 feet of that job location.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you showing up, Mr. Roy.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have a couple questions for you, Mr. Strawder. Did you ever complete sex offender treatment in prison?
I think, yes, sir, at Winfield Correctional Center when it was open.
Okay, but did you go to classes?
Yes, sir. I went to
Sex
classes.
offender? You did all 4 models?
I can't understand you.
Did you complete all 4 of the models?
Yes, sir, at Wynn Correctional Center.
Okay. All right. Have you ever been to inpatient substance abuse?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right. You know, it's very hard. It's very hard on you, and it's also very hard on probation and parole because we don't have many options for what we do with a homeless person. And it's not your fault, but it's not the office's fault either. We just don't have any options. We don't have any resources to take care of that.
Yes,
So I have no further questions. I'll make a recommendation at the proper time.
No question. Do you have any skills, Mr. Alexander?
No, sir. The only thing I can do is labor.
Huh?
The only thing I know is labor. I can do labor work.
Oh.
But I'm willing to try anything if it's necessary.
Okay.
I do have one more thing, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So if depending on what happens today, I do recommend that he obtain assistance to better obtain his ID card because that is one of his things that he does need.
Doesn't PNP help him get that ID card?
Well, so he needs the documentations to obtain those, and he doesn't have all the documentation that's required.
All right. Okay. Do you have any health issues, Mr. Strawder?
No, sir.
All right. Okay. Y'all ready to vote?
Yeah.
Strawder, it's a very, very hard case. I know my last question is, when did this sex offense take place? What year did it take place?
The 1996.
Okay. And what was the charge?
Forcible and armed robbery.
Okay.
He also has an indecent behavior with juvenile as well.
Behavior later on down the line. That was in 2000. 17.
Gotcha. Okay. My recommendation is gonna be, in lieu of revocation, I'm gonna send you to the Don Francois Center for long inpatient substance abuse treatment,
Yes, sir.
or to a DOC approved inpatient substance abuse treatment, long term. While you're in there, you need to be trying to work on finding a residence, or employment or something, because you're gonna come out to the same problem. So you need to try to find a stable place to go and not just be homeless, okay?
Well, can I ask you a question, sir? What's the name of the place again? I didn't hear it.
Well, it's gonna be someplace, one of our DOC facilities. It'll be at that facility, they'll take you, they'll bring you there, and then when it's complete, you'll be released.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Tillers?
I concur with Mr. Freeman.
Mr. Barra?
I vote to revoke your parole due to the numerous violations of parole and the sex offender conditions. However, they are vote.
Yeah, okay, it votes 2-1. We'll send you to that place. When you get out, try to find some stable employment, or at least this ought to get you off the drugs.
Yes, sir.
Won't have that issue. So, good luck to you. And we're signing out CALCASIEU at 10:13. Okay, the parole board is back in session. It's 10:24. My name is Pete Freeman, acting chair. To my right is Mr. Barra. To my left is Mr. Tillis. We're here today for the revocation hearing on Antoine Davenport. Mr. Davenport, please state your name and DOC number for the record.
Antoine Davenport, 524771.
Okay. Mr. Davenport, do you have a parole questionnaire with you today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel. If you wanted counsel, you'd have to retain it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you wish to proceed with your hearing this morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been assigned to Mr. Tillis. He'll read your violations and you can plead guilty or not guilty with or without a statement. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Davenport. Violation number 4, you were arrested for committing the offense of domestic abuse battery on 12/8/2025 by the Shreveport Police Department. Pending charges continued for AK 3/9/2026. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement? How do you plead?
I plead not guilty with a statement.
Okay, tell us what happened.
Well, this incident was we got a affidavit signed in the incident. It was a fabrication of the case, and I got an affidavit on the table right now with the judge. The judge wanted to see what was going on in my parole hearing, which is the day before they make a decision on it. I don't know why they was waiting on this board here, but they said they wanted to see what happened here. They got an affidavit, like I say, and we're trying to get the charge dismissed right now.
Did you hit someone?
No, sir.
You didn't hit her?
No, sir.
Did the police come to your home?
Yes, sir.
Did she leave bloody?
Yes, sir.
What happened? How did she become bloody?
She had a fight with another woman I got caught cheating with.
I see. So, but you didn't hit her?
No, sir. She didn't even call the cops. Her sister, which was at a whole other location, not knowing what was going on, listened to the background, and her sister ended up calling the police.
You were there when that happened?
Yes, sir.
What happened? I mean, why didn't you stop it?
I was trying, but she got mad at me because I got caught in a situation with another woman, and we was going back and forth arguing, and her and the woman ended up tussling and whatnot. And I'm trying to break it up, and her sister listening to it on the phone in the background. So I guess she decided to call the police, saying that I'm the one that's attacking her. So I just let it roll. Probably was a mistake, but.
Okay, I have no more questions. Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, are you still in contact with the victim?
I haven't been lately.
Okay.
Is this the same story that was told to the police at the time?
No, sir. I was trying to get her to tell the police what was going on, but by her being frustrated, she just, I guess that was when she fabricated the whole story.
And it looks like you told police that y'all got into an altercation and began scuffling, and now you're telling us y'all didn't?
No,
Why did you tell the police that y'all were scuffling back then?
I told you that she was scuffling with another woman by me, breaking it up. I guess he did.
Yeah, but the police say you told them you and her were scuffling.
No, sir.
So we're hearing a whole different story today than is documented in the police report then. So more about details about the day. You was actually caught in the act with the other woman at the place at IDOW?
Yes, sir.
And then they started fighting?
Yes, sir.
But none of that's documented in the police report.
I know. They document. I guess they documented off of what she was saying. I never told the police nothing. I was trying to call on her and talk to her and tell her to let the police know what really happened. But she just went on by. He told me that I couldn't say nothing to her and put me in the back of the car. I didn't make no statement on nothing when I was on the scene at all. Period.
How long have you been out?
How long have I been out?
Yes.
From my last incarceration, I was out 30 days.
30 days.
Yes, sir. Around about 30 days.
So are you in contact with either of the people that you were involved with
Not lately.
because you're incarcerated? Danny, you have any more?
She was beat up pretty bad, huh? The other girl must have won.
What would be your plans if you were released?
That's what I was wanting to speak up on, ask for some type of support from the parole board, asking if I don't wish to be violated, but you know, if the case was to be, I would want to be sent to some type of facility where I'm, you know, training for work and maybe work release so I can have some type of support when I get out.
That's a good idea.
I like the idea.
Okay, okay.
They waiting on us with the charges. Okay. I move for an executive session.
I'll second.
Third, call roll, please.
Keith Freeman,
Yes.
Danny Byron,
Yes.
Joe Tillis.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go into executive session. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back in session. Do I have a motion to return to session?
I move that we return to session.
Barr, you second?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a motion and second. Okay, we're back in session. I think the panel's ready to vote. Mr. Tillis?
My vote today is going to be to do not revoke, put you in work release, and have no contact with either of the parties that you were involved with.
Mr. Barr?
I vote to revoke probation revoke parole due to continued criminal conduct on supervision.
And I concur with Mr. Barra. The arrest reports just don't add up to what's being told today. So today your parole has been revoked. Good luck to you, sir. Okay, the parole board's called back to order. Time is 10:43. Once again, I'm Pete Freeman, the acting chair. To my right is Mr. Barros. To my left is Mr. Tillis. We're here now for the revocation hearing on James Jewell. Please state your name and DOC number for the record.
James Jewell, DOC number 405832.
Okay, do you have your parole questionnaire with you?
That's all right.
We'll put it on the screen. Tell me if that's your signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, do you understand you're not eligible for appointed counsel?
No, I did not, but yes, I understand now.
Okay, well, you're not eligible. If you want counsel, you would have to retain counsel. Do you wish to proceed with the hearing without counsel, or do you want to hire counsel?
We can proceed.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna proceed then. Okay, your case has been assigned to Mr. Tillis. He'll read your violations to you, and you can give us your plea and your explanations.
Good morning. How are you, Mr. James?
Okay, fine.
Good. Violation number 2, you failed to report for the months of June, September, December of 2024, July 2025. You failed to report of 12/18/2024 as directed on 12/12/2024 and 1/16/2025 as directed on 1/15/2025. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
Not guilty.
You want to tell us why?
Yes, I did report, and I was paying up pretty regularly. I don't know if my parole officer was adding, like, if she tell me to come back and show proof of my income. I don't know if she added that in there like that, but for every month I was reporting like every month.
So you reported in June of 2024, September of 2024, and December of 2024?
Yes, sir.
You have proof of that?
I can't prove it at this time, but I'm pretty sure I reported. I don't know why she saying that I didn't report, but I made sure I reported every month, and I was paying pretty regularly.
Are you behind in your rent? $800.
Yes. It says 800 some bucks out of 3 years. I was out 3 years. So I was out 3 years and I was behind this 800 bucks. So I was I was paying pretty regularly.
Okay. Violation number 3, you relocated from your listed resident of 2306 Leslie O'Mole 6715 Raspberry Lane, or about 9/1/2024 without permission or approval from your parole officer. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
Guilty.
Okay, and number 4, you were arrested on 7/22/2025 for domestic abuse battery and domestic abuse battery with a dangerous weapon, inflicting serious bodily harm. These charges were pending with the CADDO docket. These charges remain pending in CADDO parish docket. And the trial is set for March 9th, 2026. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty, or with a statement?
Not guilty.
With a statement?
Yes, I'm kind of like the victim myself, really, honestly. I just didn't want to, take actions. But yes, me and my girl had an altercation through that, and she kind of ran up on me, and I pushed her off, and she kind of hit her head, you know, on the nightstand, whatnot. And she kept charging me. Then she bit me in the chest and hit me with an object. And after she did that, she ran and called the police because I guess she was afraid that I was going to attack her, but I wasn't trying to harm her in no kind of way. And she panicked and went call the police and told them, you know, that I did this and did this and did that. So I plead not guilty on that.
Did you hit her with an object?
No, sir. No, sir.
Did you hit her at all?
No, I didn't hit her. I just pushed her down, pushed out my face, and she hit. And she
That's
hit.
a pretty good fight, it looks like, though, huh? I mean, you had scratches and cuts, and she had scratches and cuts. So, I mean, it don't look like she just fell. Y'all wasn't scuffling?
No, sir. So, I mean, she attacked me. That's what I'm saying. She attacked me, but I wasn't attacking her. She hit me in the head with an object, and I was bleeding out, and they had to call an ambulance for me, and I was getting woozy and stuff, but I just didn't want to take actions, because, but
You defend yourself.
I just pushed out my face, really.
Okay.
Yeah. She kept charging me, and like I say, she bit me and stuff. After she did what she did, I guess she thought I was going to try to retaliate, so she panicked and went and called the police and made up and said that I did this and did that and did all that. So, but that never happened.
Okay. Why were y'all fighting?
I had a car note coming up, and she had my money, and she didn't want to say anything about it, and she knows it's behind, and she started then she just started getting upset, and she had trust issues and stuff, and she thinking that I was really trying to start something. And she asked me, did she want me to I wanted to take her over my mom's house. I'm like, why? And I'm trying to get my car note paid. And she knows this, and she had my money in her purse, and she just, I don't know, I guess she thought, she's just so insecure. So she thought that I was trying to had my mind on something else, but it wasn't that. I was just thinking about my car notes. She thought I was having my mind on some other women or something, I guess. So I don't know. She's got a lot of trust issues with her past relationships. So she kind of, be thinking that everybody's the same. So I don't know. It's just kind of.
Was there a pipe involved?
No, sir.
Okay, well, how did she get the marks on her back that looked like a pipe had hit her?
I don't know. I don't know. When I was in the ambulance, I don't know what she did after that. I was getting woozy.
Okay. Any more questions?
I don't know. Yeah.
Violation number 4.
Okay.
You were referred to a day reporting center for substance abuse treatment on 1/30/2025. You tested positive for marijuana and alcohol at the time of the intake. How do you plead?
Guilty.
You were tested positive for the following dates: 1/30/2025 for alcohol, marijuana, 2/4/2025 marijuana, 2/13/2025 marijuana, 2/27/2025 for marijuana, 3/5/2025 for marijuana, 3/28/2025 for marijuana, oxycodone, and 4/7/2025 for marijuana and alcohol, and on 4/15/2025 for opioids. How do you plead?
I plead guilty.
Do you have a problem?
I have gunshots in my leg. But I didn't have a prescription for it then. But I plead guilty on that.
You have a prescription for marijuana?
No, I have no prescription for marijuana.
Okay. Violation number 5. You were arrested on 7/22/2025 for domestic abuse battery with a dangerous weapon, inflicting serious bodily injury, a steel pipe. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
You want to make a statement?
I mean, I just told the story of,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
so,
Number 6, you failed to provide proof of income or employment to the parole officer. How do you plead?
let's see, income, principal officer. That's a toss up because, the reason why I couldn't show at the time, she asked me for that because I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings for a good period of while. Then after I quit that job, I started doing DoorDash. And what the deal was, I was using DoorDash off my girl phone. So I couldn't show her like I wanted to because I couldn't get her phone to come show her. So, so it was, so that was the case. I couldn't really show her at the time. And then I started working for All Around Audio. But by that time she already she was talking about the DoorDash situation. So she wrote that down for the DoorDash. And I explained to her I couldn't show her because I was actually working off my girl phone. It was working together as a team. So I couldn't, she wouldn't let me bring her phone and do all that. So
So you're pleading not guilty?
yes, sir.
Okay. Violation number 10, you failed to pay supervision fees and currently in the arrear of $858. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. Are there any other questions?
Mr. Byron?
No questions.
I have no questions.
I'm ready to vote.
Okay.
My vote today is going to be to revoke for rule number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, Mr. Byron?
I concur, revoke for the same reasons.
My vote is to revoke violating conditions number 4 and number 10 and number 5. So your parole's been revoked today. Good luck to you. We're closing out at CADDO at 10:56.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. The parole board back in order. My name is Pete Freeman, acting chair. To my right is Mr. Barra, to the left is Mr. Tillis. We're now at Lafayette Parish Correctional Center to have the revocation hearing on Brandy Myers. Ms. Myers, please state your name and DOC number for the record.
Brandy Myers. My DOC number is 784-234.
Okay, 78234. That's correct. Okay, do you have your parole questionnaire with you, Ms. Myers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel. If you want counsel, you'd have to hire it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you want to proceed today without appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Meyer, I was assigned your case. I'm gonna read the violations. You to plead guilty or not guilty, and then you can give us your explanation of what happened, okay? All right. Condition number 4, I will not engage in any criminal activity, nor will I associate with persons who are known to be involved in criminal activity. I will avoid bars and casinos. I will refrain from the illegal use of drugs and alcohol. It is alleged that you engaged in criminal activity on or about 12/9/25. A warrant was issued by the Lafayette Police Department for obstruction of court orders and simple criminal damage to property, 1,000 to 5,000. A parole warrant was then issued on 12/2/25 for these offenses. You were arrested by the Lafayette Police Department on 12/31/25 and charged with possession of Schedule 2 and warrants. How do you plead to those charges?
Not guilty.
Okay, tell me what went on.
Nothing. I mean, apparently he called somebody saying somebody busted his window, but it was not me. He keeps, I guess, because we have problems, like we have had problems in the past, like a long time ago. He thinks it's me, but it was not me. So,
Did you go to his house?
no,
Okay. So you wasn't on his porch?
no.
You know they got a picture of you on his porch.
He got a video, but that's old. And what I was told, why he didn't have a video of me throwing rocks or whatever he said I was doing.
Okay. All right. And condition number 10, that you will pay your supervision fees. It says that you are $441 behind. How do you plead to that charge?
Guilty. Guilty.
Okay. Or not guilty. Guilty.
I was not out that long enough to even pay those. I was only out 2 weeks, so he didn't even give me time to, I was working on that. My fees.
That's not a major violation. Okay. And condition number 13, special conditions on 12/4/25 at the final parole revocation, the board added the special conditions do not go within 1 city block of Jeff Camille. Agent Williams, you failed to comply with these conditions. It was alleged that you went within 1 city block of Jeff Camille on or about 12/9/25 when a warrant was issued for obstruction of court orders and simple criminal damage to property. Then again on 12/31/25 when you were arrested by the Lafayette Police Department and charged with possession of 2 and warrants. Agent Williams provided copies of the arrest warrant for the offense of obstruction of a court order and simple criminal damage to property. Dated offense was 12/29/25. Warrant was issued 12/11/25. On 12/31/25, Myers was photographed of Myers standing on the front porch of Jeff Camille's residence, which were provided by Mr. Camille. Agent Williams provided a letter with Jeff Camille describing what happened when Myers went to the house. And you pled not guilty. What do you want to state about that? You still say you wasn't around, right?
No, and he dropped, and it's crazy because all this happened, but I went to court. Regardless, I had a court date on the 12th of January, and he dropped we were supposed to proceed the restraining orders, and he dismissed everything. He didn't want to proceed it. So it's like, if I'm given all these troubles, why wouldn't you proceed the restraining order? Because I have my paperwork in my bunk, like near my bunk, my cell. So if I'm this much of a troublesome person and I bother you this much and I'm doing all these things, I don't see why wouldn't you continue the, the restraining order on our court date or make sure you show up because I'm that much of a troubled person. You know, I give you this much chaos. That's how I feel about it. Like,
Okay, all right. My colleagues have any questions?
She pled not guilty on 13.
She pled not guilty to 13.
What about the pictures? You said they were old pictures?
yeah, like all my parole officer did show me. It was like a little clip, but I mean, I wasn't there. That's old stuff. He has so much stuff saved of me because in the past, like, I mean, he is with my mother, my real mother, you know? So they have a bunch of stuff. But I mean, like I said, if I did all this, if you have that, why didn't you have the video of me doing all these crazy things that I do? If you know that I'm so crazy and insane, like you make me out to be, why wouldn't you know what I'm saying? You just have one picture of me in front of your house or a snippet, but nothing's of me doing anything wrong. I'm not causing trouble. I have nothing like.
What about the drugs in your pocket?
Okay, now that they did find because of the warrants that were put out on me, they did find it was like a 0.2 gram of meth in my my jacket pocket.
Okay, and that was for you. That wasn't for your mama, right?
That was my mother's jacket. It was in the jacket. I don't know who it's for. I said I thought it was for my mom because it's my mom's jacket, but
Did you know it was in there?
no, sir.
Okay, y'all have any questions? Mr. Barrow?
I don't have any.
I have no more questions either. So it's time for us to vote. I'll vote first since I had your case, Ms. Myers. You know, we got the pictures and all of that. I find you in violation of condition number 4, 10, and 13. And today I vote to revoke your parole. Mr. Barrow
I concur for the same reason.
and Mr. Tillis.
I concur for the same reasons.
Okay, good luck to you. Today your parole's been revoked. Signing off at 11:16.
Okay.
Okay, the parole board's called back to order. It's 11:25. My name is Pete Freeman. I'm the acting chair. To my right is Mr. Barra. To my left is Mr. Tillis. We're now at Sabine Parish Detention Center for the revocation hearing on Wendy McClintock. Miss McClintock, please state your name and DLC number for the record. Oh, wait, you're on mute. Still on mute.
There we go. Okay. Wendy Nicole McClintock, 771044.
Okay, and do you have your parole questionnaire with you, Ms. McClintock?
I do not.
Okay, could you put it up on the screen for us, please? Okay. Okay, do you recognize that document?
Yes.
And that's your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel. If you wanted counsel, you'd have to hire one yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you wish to proceed today without appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, your case has been assigned to Mr. Tillis, so he will lead us in this questioning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Violation number 2. Subject failed to report for the following months of December 2025 and January 2026. How do you plead guilty, not guilty, or with a statement? Can they hear us?
That phone's up. Okay. All right, Mr. McClintock, sorry for that inconvenience, but we're back in session. Okay, Mr. Tillis, proceed with your question.
Okay, I was stating violation number 2, subject failed to report for the following months, December 2025 and January 2026. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or with a statement?
With a statement, when I, in December.
You're guilty, not guilty.
Guilty. Okay.
Go ahead, explain.
In January, not January, in December, I called her to let her know that I wasn't going to make it in that allotted time frame, and she told me we would reschedule it, and I just never set that up. I mean, I didn't just not contact her that time. I just failed to reschedule it.
Okay. Violation number 3, Agent Gibson asked subject to confirm her address. Subject failed to provide a valid address and report that she was no longer residing at the previous reported address. Subject stated that it did not work. How do you plead? Guilty.
Guilty. I plead guilty. I was not staying at that address.
Okay. Subject admitted she had been, that's number 3, same thing. Number 4, violation number 4, on January 9th, 2026, subject was administered a urine drug screen by the Sabine Parish Sheriff's Office. The results were positive, methamphetamines and marijuana. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Number 7, knowingly provided her parole officer with an address at which she does not reside. How do you plead?
I plead guilty. Can I make a statement?
Sure.
I am from Texas. I live and work in Texas. And for frame, Sabine Parish is on the state line, and I live in Sabine County on the state line. I'm 35 miles from where I live from here. And I don't live in Louisiana. I mean, I have no issue coming over here to see her. I do not have a Louisiana address. I own my home in Texas. I live and work in Texas.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
she had given me a work permit to travel to Sabine County to work. But I didn't have anywhere to stay while I wasn't working. I mean, I live in Texas. I have no problem coming over here to drive the 35 miles it takes to get over here until I can get my Texas paperwork. She informed me about the ICOT paperwork that I could have transferred to Texas. I did not know about that upon my release from exposure. I was not informed about that. So I gave an address that I thought I might could stay at, but then that house had been moved into, and I had nowhere to stay. I'm not from here.
My colleagues have any questions?
I have none. She explained it well.
Is there any problem with work release in Texas? I mean, for her?
Yeah, they have a lot of ladies transition work.
Okay. Well, I'm prepared to vote.
Okay. Panel's ready to vote.
My vote today is going to be do not revoke and put you in a work release program. How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. Yes, sir.
With that? Okay, that would be my vote.
Mr. Myra?
I also concur with Mr. Tillis to put you in lieu of revocation into the work release program. But while you're in the work release program, you'll be able to complete all your applications and all your stuff for compact. And you need to do that while you're in the program so that when you get ready to get out of the work release, you can go straight to Texas and have an officer over there.
Okay. The work release program, I mean, I have gainful employment in Texas. Is
The work
is
release
work
is
release
kind of
going to
a little bit
be
of a little
in
bit of a
Louisiana?
punishment for failing to follow the instructions and moving out of state and lying to your parole officer about where you were living. And, you know, you're not just getting off scot-free on that. You got to
Right,
do it.
right. So the work release would be in Louisiana.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
If they got one close, they may let you work in Texas, but it would have to be close.
Right.
Okay, my vote is gonna be the same for the same reasons. I mean, if we let you go back to Texas, I would have to hold you in jail anyway till you got your ICOTS done, because Texas isn't gonna let you stay there without, they won't let you be there when they investigate you, because you're not supposed to be at the residence. So today, in lieu of revocation, you'll go to work release, do your interstate compact. When you get out, you can go straight to Texas.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, they don't know she was the most, yeah, they're gonna give her to work with us instead of a broken thing. And she will just let her know, and if she gets back up here, we need to contact.
Where is when does that take place?
This is
Do you
my
know?
first time having somebody in this situation,
Okay.
but we do have contacts with the people who set you up for work release, so I'll get Mona to contact them for you and see what
Okay, parole board back in session. It's 11:41. My name's Pete Freeman, acting chair. To my right, Mr. Barra. To my left, Mr. Tillis. We're now at East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. We're here for the revocation hearing on Kendrick Griffin. Mr. Griffin, would you state your name and DLC number for the record?
Kendrick Griffin, 488697.
Okay, and do you have your parole questionnaire with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel? That if you wanted counsel, you would have had to hire it today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you want to proceed without counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Would the gentleman standing behind you please introduce yourself for us, sir?
Okay, this is Captain Barry Miles, intake and release.
Okay, Captain Miles, y'all had any problems with Mr. Kendrick that you know of?
No, sir, he's been very respectable.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right. Then this case has been assigned to Mr. Barra. Mr. Barra.
All right, Mr. Griffin, it's alleged you have violated the conditions of your parole in the following manner. Number 5, that you will not, number 4, that you will not engage in criminal activity or you will associate with persons known to have been engaged in criminal activity. In the charges that you failed to not engage in criminal activity by committing the offense of domestic battery with strangulation, which occurred on 4/27/25, which led to the arrest warrant issued by the East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Department. How do you plead to that violation?
Not guilty.
Okay. And you're gonna want to make a statement about that.
Yes, sir.
And give us a statement.
Okay, I was arrested for domestic abuse by strangulation. It was no strangulation, it was no physical. I have a letter from my girlfriend stating that. We just had a verbal disagreement. Police report was wrote up how it was wrote up. Since I've been in jail, I've completed, if you can see these certificates from the MOVE program, and they are for the personal development, problem solving, money management, decision making. This one is for goal setting, achieving, anger management, domestic violence, and parenting skills. And this one is for reentry services, victim awareness, job readiness. And these come from Mr. Patrick Cochran, sheriff here. And I also have a letter that he wrote, if I could read it to you guys.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'm writing this letter of recommendation on behalf of Kendrick Griffin, date of birth 8/14/1986, who was enrolled in and completed the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison MOVE program upon his release. The purpose of this program is to teach newly released offenders critical skills needed for their transition back into their communities. My 30+ years of experience working with offenders in correctional facilities has enabled me to recognize when offenders are ready to begin their journey and transition back into society. Some of these courses include, but are not limited to, personal development, problem solving, decision making, money management, values clarification, goal setting and achievement, anger management, domestic violence, parenting skills, reentry support services, victim awareness, and job readiness. While in this program, Mr. Griffin took the initiative not only to attend class, but also participate and reflect on his life choices. He has come to terms with the poor choices he has made, and as they have far-reaching effects and consequences for this victim, family, and community. In my professional opinion, I believe that if this individual, I believe that this individual has done their time and has been rehabilitated, they deserve a second chance at life. Although this will not be easy, I believe that being gainfully employed is crucial to their success and development as an individual. I do believe that change is indeed possible if one is willing to put in the work. In closing, I believe that if given the opportunity, he would be a great asset to your company. Please contact me at the above listed number if you have any questions, Patrick Cochran.
Okay.
And he was supposed to be here, but he's busy in it.
Yeah, Mr. Cochran, he's over the MOVE program. He is the director. He couldn't be with us today. He's very, very busy. So I did speak with him. He was supposed to be on, but he couldn't make it.
Okay, appreciate
And
that.
one more thing, I have this, they gave me this TWIC information for me to go home and apply for my TWIC and
Parole officer help you with that also.
yes, sir. Yes, they gave me all of that stuff.
Okay.
So I can have employment, due to when I get out.
Okay, well, let us ask you some questions now. Mr. Barrow.
It looks like, according to the offense report, Mr. Griffin and his girlfriend, Denisha Scott, were in an altercation on 4/26, and the report indicates Ms. Scott, the victim, gave a report to the officer that she was battered by Mr. Griffin in the front yard of her residence as she was sitting inside of her vehicle. According to the report, her and Mr. Griffin had been involved in a verbal disagreement all day, and at 1100 hours on 4/26, the victim left the residence in an attempt to de-escalate the situation. The report indicated that during the course of the day, Mr. Griffin kept calling her and texting her a message stating he was going to cause bodily harm to her. Per the report, one of the messages sent by Mr. Griffin provided to the police officer by the victim read, "I'm going to bash your face in." The report stated that argument began as he was still mad because just as he had been through the whole day. The report indicated that the victim provided on-scene officer video footage of Mr. Griffin arguing and visibly upset. He was cursing at the victim and at some point also provided video where it can be seen Mr. Griffin chasing the victim around inside the house and she attempted to flee. The report indicated that the surveillance footage only captures the verbal argument inside the residence. There's no footage on the outside. The report indicated that the victim stated she tried to fight the defendant off of her, injuring her wrist in the process. The defendant used his hands to forcefully grab her around the neck and choke her to the point that she couldn't breathe, thus meeting the criteria for domestic abuse strangulation. The report indicated that the victim managed to fight the defendant off eventually and called 911, which was when the defendant ran inside the home and grabbed his backpack and took off. That's pretty much information describing what happened. I don't see how you can say you're not guilty.
Yeah.
You actually pled guilty to simple battery involving this.
I pled guilty to simple battery because I was under the impression that if I take a misdemeanor, that I can come home. I didn't know about the different caliber of misdemeanors. Like she got an affidavit letter she wrote. She stood up in open court saying that their police report was falsified because there was no physical ever. It was nothing physical. So that's what she came to court for, and she was in and off the Zoom call just now. I don't know what happened, but she logged into this.
We're gonna get her. We're gonna get her because we definitely have some questions for her.
Yeah, there she go right there.
So
Yes,
basically,
I'm here.
says she falsified a police report and committed a felony.
Yeah, she committed a felony.
And you never, the video footage that shows you chasing her around and cursing is not real?
No, it's not real.
No, it's no video.
So what did the cops
How did you make a video of him chasing you around?
It was never a video.
No, I told the officer about it out of anger, but it was no video.
The officer says you showed it to him.
Oh.
No, I didn't show him a video.
He absolutely claims you showed him a video.
Yeah. So we're supposed to believe you now or believe what you then?
I mean, it's the answer that I'm giving to you.
It's a pretty serious claim to say the police officer's lying in his report, because that's a felony for him.
Right, correct.
What did happen? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, what did happen?
Well, the night of the incident, me and Mr. Griffin, we had been going back and forth, about a argument that we had had.
Oh, what?
So I can't recall the argument it was about. It had started that morning, so it was just long going. We argued. So I left the house. I stayed gone away from the house, over at a friend's house and all that. And we went back and forth texting and over the phone, yelling and screaming at each other all day. So when I came to the house, we got into, an argument. We were going back and forth and everything. And he kind of, was saying threatening words and everything else. So I got angry and I called the police and told them.
I left. I was never there. I left. Like,
Mr. Griffin, do you remember what the argument was about? She doesn't.
actually, she thought I was cheating. Like, when we get into it, I'll run. And she kept calling me a runner. So I was like, well, I'm a run, and I left, but I was just really going to clear my head because I didn't want to argue. And she was like, if you leave, you're gonna leave. And we just was going back and forth with that but I really wasn't cheating. I just wanted to get away to de-escalate the situation. So she left and I left. And when she got back, we got into it again and I left. And that's when the police were called. I wasn't there when they were called. I don't know, but I left.
What about the text she said she showed the cops that says, I'm gonna bash your face in? Did
I
you
never
write that text and falsify that, or did the cops write that and falsify that? Who wrote that?
I never wrote her anything and never did her anything physical. Like, I understand she was bitter at the time and made a call, but I never touched her.
Okay,
Never
but
did none
I
of
just
that.
want to state for the officer's defense, the officer stated that he didn't rely on the victim alone. He read the text message that she showed him. I'm gonna bash your face in.
It was no messages. It was
Okay.
Are you all living together now?
Yes, sir. We've been together almost 3 years.
So you have these kind of arguments off and on?
Not really. It's just like I don't like to argue with her. Like when she raised her eyebrows, I know she getting angry and I walk outside. Like we got a big yard. I go outside and probably cut a tree or cut grass or something because I cut trees. And I go outside and fumble in the yard and then come back inside and cool off. We don't really go back and forth that hard. It just was that day we just was we just was one of those days. But we don't go through that.
Yeah. Miss Scott, what are your plans if you all get back together?
Well, we've moved forward into getting into church and kind of growing as a family. So we've kind of got like everything planned out, like changes that we've been, making and so forth.
You ever thought about taking some anger management classes or something?
Yeah, I'm actually about to start counseling, and me and my kids, and like we're gonna do like family counseling also.
Okay. That's good. That's good. We don't like to see these situations, and the lying really hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, any more questions? I don't have any questions.
I don't know. Question.
Okay, Mr. Panel's ready to vote?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Mr. Barra?
Well, I actually believe she was telling the truth back then and not being truthful today. So I have to vote to revoke this parole.
Okay, Mr. Tillis?
I'm going to vote to do not revoke and suggest that you guys get some counseling.
Okay. Well, I'm like Mr. Bauer. I believe there's nothing but lies being told here from all kind of angles, and we got to try to figure out which one's the truth. And I will err on the side of public safety, and I vote to revoke your parole. Violated condition number 4 and number 10. Good luck to you, sir. We're signing out at East Baton Rouge Parish Prison at 11:55. Look. Okay, good morning, Mr. Welcome. Full board's called back to order at 12:02. My name's Pete Freeman, acting chair. To my left is Mr. Tillis, to my right, Mr. Barra. We're here today for your revocation hearing. Please state your name and DOC number for the record.
My name is Paul Welcome. My DOC number is 761-279.
That's it. Okay, do you have a parole questionnaire with you, Mr. Welcome? Put one up. We're gonna put it on the screen.
I don't have any questions,
So
but
questionnaire.
oh, what? It is?
Yeah.
Did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you sign that. Okay, do you realize you're not eligible for appointed counsel? If you wish to have appointed counsel, you'd have to hire one. Do you want to proceed without an attorney?
No. Yes? No.
If you want counsel, you'll have to hire somebody.
I'm gonna do that.
This means. Give me one of those things. Are you on any mental health medication?
No, I take medication.
What kind of medication you take?
I take Seroquel.
He said he wanted to come here. No, I'm trying to figure out if he's eligible for an appointed counsel. So they say you're not eligible for appointed counsel. Do you want to proceed without appointed counsel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that medication, that's not for mental illness, is it?
Yes, sir.
It is?
Yes, sir.
He needs to get a counsel. Yeah, Mr. Well, I hate to have this hearing without you having counsel, because I think it doesn't seem like, do you understand the charges that are against you?
No, sir.
You completed the 12th grade?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was regular high school?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I find it, I agree with them. You're not eligible for appointed counsel, so we're gonna go on and proceed today. I'm gonna read the violation and you tell me whether you plead guilty, not guilty, with or without a statement. I will not engage in any criminal activity, nor will I associate with people who are framed known to be involved in criminal activity. I will avoid bars and casinos. I will refrain from the illegal use of drugs or alcohol. It states that on October 14, 2025, you failed to refrain from criminal conduct when a New IBERIA Police Department investigation determined that you were in possession of methamphetamine. Subsequently, on October 15, 25, a warrant was issued for possession of Schedule II dangerous substance. On January 14, 2026, you were arrested by the IBERIA Police Department in connection with this warrant. The charge is currently pending. How do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay.
Asked him to move the camera.
Can you sit back so we can see your face, Mr. Welcome, please? Right there. There you go. Or move up where we can see you. Okay. So what you had? $10 bag of meth? Is that what you had?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Then it states on January 26th, and this is the main one, you failed to refrain from criminal conduct when you aggressively approached a female employee at King Seafood while she was in the process of handing an order to a customer in a vehicle without any apparent justification. You struck the employee in the face with a significant force, causing her to fall to the ground and strike her head on the vehicle. You then moved in front of the passenger side of the customer vehicle and repeatedly struck the vehicle window in an uncontrollable manner before leaving the scene. On January 14, 2026, you were arrested by New IBERIA Police Department and charged with second-degree battery. Those charges are also still pending. How do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
So you admit that did happen, okay. And then condition number 10 is that you were to make supervision fee payments. How do you plead to that charge? You're $441 behind. Did you pay your supervision fees?
No, sir.
The last four, did you get that one? If you fail to restrain illegal drug use, no.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh,
Okay, I went over that. Yeah, that was the drug charge. Okay, all right, well, you admitted your guilt. I think you need to get some help. I'm prepared to vote at the proper time. Y'all have any questions?
I don't have any.
You have any questions?
No,
Okay, it's quite obvious. I mean, you admit your guilt. You did attack the lady and for no apparent reason. My vote today is gonna be to revoke, but I am asking you to be transferred to Hunt Correctional for a psychiatric evaluation and given any treatment that's necessary if they find out that you need any treatment. Ms. Barra?
I concur with Mr. Freeman.
and I concur with Mr. Freeman.
And like I said, that's a recommendation that you be sent to Hunt for that evaluation. Your parole's been revoked today. Time is 12:08. We're closing out at IBERIA Parish Jail. Good luck to you, Mr. Welcome.
All right.